All right, well, hey, we're back at the bird feeding station, and we're just gonna watch and see who comes to the feeders. So we have some nuthatches. What else do we got?
Well, checking out the tube feeder, the variety of goldfinches are up there. We tend to see them throughout the year, and they become a little bit more apparent as they brighten up for the spring. But it's pretty consistent that you'll find them on the tube feeders eating the Niger that they prefer. Down where the woodpeckers are, we still see some on the hopper feeder, so it's not like they won't eat from the hoppers, but they do tend to all like to be together. So we've got a couple of downy woodpeckers going after, oh, nope, there's a hairy.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Look at that. We
As-
could have planned it better.
As I'm staring through the iPad, I'm not noticing the size difference, but there it is as I look with my blind eyes.
Oh, look at that. And those, the one on the left is a female, no red. I didn't see what the
They're
down
both
was.
female.
Both
Yeah, they
females.
both look to be
And a
female.
Carolina
Oh,
wren.
there
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh.
Some of my favorites.
So you can see his posture and then the striping above his eye and eyebrow and through his eye. And the big oak in the back is awesome because the birds kind of use it to kind of scope out where they're gonna land.
Yeah, they like that natural shelter too, so you always have to be thoughtful of where you're placing your feeder station. You want to provide them shelter from predators that might be watching them at the feeders. You also want to allow for your birds to go after some water. We are blessed to have the creek behind us, so pretty straightforward where they're getting some of the water, but in the summertime, we also make sure that our pond is up and running. So pump has been taken out. There's still some water collected in the bottom there, but as it does tend to freeze, we haven't needed to keep it going or flowing. You can buy heaters for your ponds to keep that water source constant, but not necessarily something that we prioritize. I think the food's more important for us to offer, having the creek.
On the little log cabin feeder, you'll see the two little gray crested, the tufted titmice, and then a red-bellied woodpecker
Red-bellied.
just landed. Female there, oh, there she goes.
Must be a specific spot that everybody wants. They keep kicking each other out.
So it is kind of interesting when you get more of one bird of the same species, you kind of see who's on top of the pecking order.
Wonder where they came up with that. You'll also notice in that oak back there, there's a big hole in that lower branch that's veering off to the right. We have a family of raccoons
Wow.
that visits the feeder, so there's our reasoning for only filling the feeders partially full every night. They come back, and we've got video footage from our backyard cam. If you haven't seen those, check them out on, where do you post those?
I have posted them on Facebook before.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Some of the nature newsletters, we
Yep.
have those images posted too.
And then somewhere in there, I did see the chickadee come in and a white-breasted nuthatch. We'll try to find those when they come back. Some of those guys are grab-and-go birds. They grab a seed and go.
Yeah, they're busy, definitely back and forth. Zooming in, zooming out. And right now, I don't know how well the contrast is working for us, but what we see might be easier to differentiate than what is being recorded.
And then we got a white-throated sparrow on the bottom right there by the grasses. I think, is that?
There we go.
There were cardinals here earlier. I don't know where they skipped off to. Ooh, nice shot of the red-bellied. That one's a female, the red does not go all the way up on the top part of her head. No, look at there.
Squirrel. That's a crazy, crazy looking bird. Oh, little reflection there.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, he saw himself.
Whoopsie.
Okay, interesting, look at the downy, how still she is or was. Sometimes when all the birds disappear and a few are left in a frozen position, what does that mean? A hawk might be around.
Or a vicious squirrel.
Or a vicious squirrel.
Sits there waiting.
And that's true too. If you're feeding anything, you're feeding squirrels, chipmunks, all the things that are going to be attracted. My dad likes to feed the squirrels, doesn't like to feed the chipmunks.
That's hard to stop.
It's hard
isn't
to stop, isn't it? Yes. Doesn't really like to feed the raptors, and it is true that some raptors prefer to feed in the backyard. Not the seed, but on the birds that are eating the seed.